Alright, just finished a 22-mile long run. It was tiring, exhausting, very hot. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kick off my Hokas, of course. I was wearing the Huacas today. And then I'm gonna go over to the kitchen and see what's good in here. Oh, water, mineral water, very refreshing. I can't wait. Alright, then as soon as possible, preferably within about 10 minutes, I want to eat something with carbohydrates, protein, and fat. And definitely good to get into carbs and protein because I've been depleted. So I'm going to go with a Yugo bar. I got a nutter flavor here. Very delicious. You should try them. You got nuts and fruit, good stuff in them. All natural. That's good. Alright, so now that I'm sufficiently hydrated and I've gotten some food into my system, my body could really start to repair itself and start the process. But still now, within the first 10 minutes, my muscles are still warm, I'm still drenched in sweat. I'm going to do a little bit of lightweight stretching. What am I going to do? Well, I don't spend a whole lot of time stretching, but I'm going to target the major muscle groups. So I'm going to start with a forward lunge here. Stretch the hip flexor right here, stretch the hamstrings a little bit here, and stretch the calf there. So I'm keeping the back leg relatively straight. I'm keeping my knee behind my ankle there. It's not quite at 90 degrees. And I'm trying to keep my upper body above my waist straight. And if you slowly lean back a little, you'll start feeling pulling in your hip flexor. And it's all in the hips. I think for me, structurally, that's the first thing that goes usually. So I'm just doing real gentle, kind of static, kind of easing into it. About 20 seconds each side. I do 2 reps on each side there. So I'm stretching the hip flexors. I'm just going to stretch the hamstrings. Just have my feet straight down, more than shoulder width apart, flat on the ground. Bend the knees slightly. Just lean forward. I'm really not flexible. I can't quite touch the ground even with my knees slightly bent. That's stretching the hamstrings mainly. It's in the back there. Stretches out your lumbar region and lower back. And I'll do just a quad stretch. And my quads are really tight as well. Try to pull up your heel into your butt if you can. I can't even do it anymore. And then also keep the knee pointed forward a bit. You don't need to be torquing like this, because if you're torquing like this, you tend to pull on the knee joint too much, and it's just not as natural. It's not a natural running motion to be in this position, so it's more natural to actually be in this position, because that's kind of the action you have when you're running and you're pawing your leg forward, lifting your heel closer to your butt. So like that. If you were sprinting, it would especially be like that, but stretching the front of the quad there, and it's kind of hard to balance, but change it up on each side. I do that a little longer. You could do the hip flexors again, or you can just stretch the calf muscle. So it's mainly targeting my right back calf there. Do that. And you could even, if you get it shared here, you could put your toe into it like that. And it works better if you have a shoe on and you're actually bending your toe to stretch the lower part of your soleus muscle. That kind of helps with Achilles tendonitis usually. Let me see what else. I'll stretch the glutes. So we called these Playboys back in school. Basically sit down, cross your leg over, and then pull your knee towards your chest. And you could even go around like that. And I'll do the other side so you can see better. So leg straight out in front, other leg crosses over. Then you put your elbow on that side of the knee. Torque your shoulders and upper body that way while your hips are going the other way. Kind of stretches out the butt and your hips, which is really tight. Sometimes you could hear it crack in your back when you do this. It's great, feels good. And I'll stretch the hamstrings again, really. And that's pretty much my main stretching routine. I don't spend a whole lot of time, maybe 5 minutes tops each day. You could even do a little groin stretch here, I guess. But yeah, that's as far as stretching goes. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a shower and put on my Compressed Sport recovery socks. Oh, there they are there. I don't know if you can see them. Got these nice compression socks, which I'll leave on for several hours, elevate my feet, probably sit back on the couch, and then eat a ton more food. I'll have get the juicer out here, and the blender for that matter, and the pizza paddle. Always gotta have the pizza paddle. Alright, smoothie time. So I got some frozen bananas. And the key to making it chocolatey is to add some of this cocoa powder. It's the good stuff. Alright, so now I'm gonna add some almond milk. Vanilla flavored. Make it so it's not too soupy. Then a key ingredient here, Flora Health 7 Sources. Natural omega-3s, helps with my recovery, and then adds a little bit of nutty flavor, a little bit of richness. So add a couple tablespoons of that in. Then I'd usually add some peanut butter, but I've got some almond butter, so just put some of that in. I think peanut butter has a better flavor with the chocolate. Almond butter works, so it's good stuff. Add a little extra protein punch. I should plug it in first. There it is, a nice good consistency. Chocolatey goodness. So yeah, I usually try to get in a pretty solid meal, heavy in protein, carbs, and fats, within an hour after the long run or the hard workout or race. And so I'm eating pizza, drinking my shake. Maybe later I'll have some beer. Avery. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more via 2Max Productions.